I started Dr. Strange Records in 1988. My inspiration is simple. I love music. I used to collect records. I still do collect records. And I just figured like, well, why not have a store? What a great quote-unquote job to have. And the biggest inspiration to me was to try to change people's attitudes and change or influence in a positive way people's minds and the way they think and the way they treat other people.
Do you think owning physical copies of music changes the way people listen or connect?
Oh, 100%. It's a scientific fact that physical media, records, it sounds better. And that's all a scientific fact because of the way sound travels. Analog or vinyl travels in a true sound wave. But like a CD or digital is more like a staircase. And your ear can hear that. So when people say, oh, records sound more warm, that's what they're trying to say.
Okay, my name is Michael, and this is Hunky Dory Records, opened in 2020 in Idlewild, California. Well, it's been very successful. Bands have played here. Yeah, it's just a place to hang out and buy music. Well, I've moved it. It's gotten bigger. I used to be in another location. This is about 4 times as big as the last location. And we've sort of moved. We used to be all used records, and now it's mostly new. And that might lead to the next question about younger people. Yes, there's definitely been, my customer base is mostly 16 to 25. I think the digital services like Spotify and all that has served well, but I think young people want something tangible to hold on to read, to even down to the smell of it. You know, there's that whole thing there, and I think they want that experience. If we don't preserve the music and in some way, and I think that's what a lot of vinyl collectors do, and CD collectors, CDs are kind of making a resurgence. I think that it's super important to preserve music by collecting records, CDs, cassette tapes. My very favorite album of all time is called Hunky Dory by David Bowie, and that's what I named the store after.
My name is Matt Beld. I've been a musician for 30 years and I've played in bands for all that time and done a lot of touring and made records. And I also am currently in a band called Vicky Tafoya and the Big Beat, which is kind of like a 50s R&B type band. And we are part of the Penrose recording label. So my friend who owns the label, we collaborate on making a record store. And that's how the Penrose Record Room came to be. I can tell you what I like about vinyl and what I think it contributes to the marketplace of music is that, like to your point, it is a physical format. So the arrangement and the sequence on the album is important. So I think that preserves the artist's journey, but that's every album. But because the record is broken up into 2 sides, you know, the song that starts side 2 and all that stuff is a little bit looked at in a little bit of a different light. So I think that has an effect on it. I think the artwork being the size that it is, you know, 12 inches by 12 inches, I think that you can definitely do a lot more with the artwork. And artists that have a way broader view of what that should be, they gives them more leeway to do that. I also think that music is something that should be a shared experience. So when you put on records, you tend to look at the cover, you look at the artwork, you look at all of the information that's inside. It might come with a lyric sheet. The lyrics are very hard to read on a CD. So I think that I think everything about records is very, very cool.